Hello everyone, welcome to the second lecture of our GST batch, which is gonna be in English complete batch. Okay. Till yesterday we studied about your GST introduction, about the benefits of the GST, about the structure of the GST, about various things about the taxes which are subsumed under the GST, and one homework which I gave you about the benefits of the GST for the economy. So benefits to the economy, simplified tax structure, ease of compliance, advantage for trade and industry. Let's start from here only, and then we will go to the next topic. Okay, beta? Chalo. And if you like this video, you are watching on the YouTube, please just click on the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and also if you want to enroll for the complete batch, the link is given in the description. Do enroll for the complete batch. Okay. Now the first thing is benefit to the economy. Sir, GST will benefit the economy how? Creation of unified national market. After GST, the market has been unified in terms of rates. Before GST, different state had different rates of value added tax. After GST, one product cannot be taxed differently in the entire country, and that is how a unified market is created because of GST. Means you purchase from anywhere, there will not be difference in the GST rates. Boost to make in India initiative. Sir, it also boost make in India initiative because government always promoted that the product should be made in India, right? Product should be manufactured in India, and because the GST rate is common everywhere, so industry will be more motivated to make in India because they can now choose any place in the India because ultimately the indirect tax rate are same. Boost to invest in employment. As I told you, because the GST rate are same in entire country, it will definitely boost the employment and the investment. Now the person can invest anywhere, he can open the factory in Rajasthan or in Mumbai, does not matter at all, does not make any difference. Earlier, before 2017, the industries used to be at one place only. Like for example, in Haryana, suppose the value added tax rate was lower, so the companies used to go to the Haryana only in order to save the tax. But right now, because GST are same, there will be investments in the entire country. Okay. Now simplified tax structure, as I told you, the tax structure under GST is very simple, so it will help in ease of doing business. It will help in certainty in tax administration. Sir, do we need to remember exactly? No. देखो, वैसे तो this question should not be asked in exam. Once in the lifetime it was asked in exam, and I don't know why the ICI gave that in theory, because these kind of questions you do not expect a CA inter students to learn these kind of theory in GST. Okay, so probability of asking this in exam is very lower. Okay. Chalo, ease tax compliance. The tax compliance has also become easy. Automated procedure with greater use of information technology, IT. Under GST, when I will go to the registration chapter, returns chapter, I will show you the GST portal, and then you will know how much simplified the GST compliances are, and everything is automatic. Everything is automatic. Give me 1 second. Yes, beta. Sorry, important call. So yeah, is easy tax compliance is done. automated procedure with greater use of IT. So you will see when I will teach you returns and your GST registration chapter, then I will show you the portal of GST. You will automatically, you will yourself see that the GST compliance are very easy, very automated. Easier tax compliances, as I already told you, because the entire GST is common in every part of the country. The tax compliances are much easier. Now, what are the advantages to trade and industry? Reduce tax burden on trade and industry. The burden of the tax has reduced because earlier the VAT used not to be get the credit to the different state. If you purchase some goods from the Rajasthan, and you sell it from in Haryana, the credit used not to be flow from Rajasthan to Haryana. There was an end of the credit. But now, because entire country GST is common, the credit flows very easily, which will reduce the tax burden. Mitigation of ill effect of cascading. Earlier there used to be a cascading effect, like in case of software, I told you, state government used to consider that as goods and the central government used to consider that as service. So there used to be VAT also and service as well. So there used to be double taxation. Now the double taxation has removed. Benefit to small trader and entrepreneurs. Increased threshold limit for registration and composition scheme. I will tell you what is the limit for registration and composition. So what do you mean by threshold limit? Means up to which you need not to get the registration, and after that you need to get the registration. That limit has increased for your under the GST, which will definitely help the small taxpayer. It will reduce their compliance burden. As if I tell you the limit is 40 lakh for your traders and 20 lakh for your service providers. So till 40 lakh you need not to get the GST number, and till 20 lakh you need not to register under GST for service. So in short, the limit has increased from earlier. So because the limit has increased, it will definitely benefit the small taxpayer. Now beta, the above topic was not that important. Now the important discussion has started, right? I hope you people are ready for this discussion. Now beta, always remember that no government can levy the GST, can levy any tax if they do not have power. If the government do not have power, they cannot do anything. Sir, kya government can levy the tax on anything and everything? No. There has to be power, and from where the power will come? Constitution. The Constitution of India gives the power to the government. बात समझ रहे हो ना? Are you getting the point? Yes or no? Everybody who is watching recording will repeat after me. Yes or no? Sir, government has to be the government has to have power. Sir, who will give power to the government? Modi ji will give? No, beta. Modi ji will not give the power. Power will be given by Constitution of India. Who will give? Constitution of India will give the power. If the Constitution of India will say, then only the GST will be levied, otherwise GST will not be levied. Acha, okay. Constitution will give the power to the government. Now we are going to study how the Constitution has given power to the GST, to the government for the GST. Now, what are the changes that were made in the Constitution, how the Constitution works, everything I am going to tell you, okay? Sir, what is Constitution? What are articles of Constitution? These kind of discussions already covered under DT batch. So if you have enrolled for the DT batch, you will see that in the DT, the first lecture is all about what is Constitution, what are entries, what are articles, everything is discussed there. Okay, beta? Chalo. Now, article number 265 of the Constitution. There is an article like section number in Act now, there is article 265 in the Constitution which says, no tax shall be levied except by authority of law, which means no tax shall be levied until and unless there is an law. There is a law. Means there has to be a law. Law means kanun. There has to be a law. Only then you will be able to levy any tax. No tax shall be levied without law. If there is no law, no tax can be collected. Understood? Okay, if you want to write, you can write no tax if no law. या फिर or you can write tax levied only if there is a law. tax can be levied only if there is a law. Otherwise, tax cannot be levied. Article 245 of the Constitution, Parliament may make the law for whole or any part of the India. What Article 245 says? Article 245 says the Parliament means central authority. The Parliament can make law on every and each part of India. It can make law on Rajasthan, Mumbai, Maharashtra, Telangana, every state it can make the law. वो Parliament. State legislature may make the law for whole or any part of the state. Means the state legislature, यानी कि that Vidhan Sabha. The state legislature can make the law for any part of the state. Okay, for any part of the state. Okay. Next, Article 246. Article 246 says it gives the respective authority to union and the state government for levying the tax. Sir, Article 246 says कि what matters will be taxed by the central यानी parliament and what matters will be dealt by the state. Means Article 246 bifurcate the duties. Sir, we did not understand. Let's take an example. You have a function at house. At your home, you have a function. Now, whenever you have a function, do you divide your responsibilities? Yes. Sir, father is responsible to make the invitations, to invite the guest. Mother is responsible for maybe taking care of decor in the house. Right? Brother is responsible for bringing the guest from railway stations or from airports. Right? Sister is responsible for dance programs. So this way we divide the duties. Similarly, Article 246 will divide the duties between Parliament and state legislature. Article 246, what it will say? Ki what matters Parliament will make the law and on what matters the state legislature will make the law. Understood? This is your Article 246. Now, Article 246 has a schedule, 7th schedule. Article 246 has a schedule which is 7th schedule. Schedule means table. Article 246 has a table which is 7th table. Under 7th table there are 3 lists. Under 7th schedule there are 3 lists. The first list contain union list. The second list is state list and the third list is concurrent list. Under union list, the matter of Parliament will come. Under state list, the matter of state legislature will come. Under concurrent list, the matter on which both the government can make the law, those matter will come. Understood? No doubt. Sir, under union list, the matter on which Parliament can make the law will come. Under state legislature, under state list, the matter on which state government can make the law will come. Under concurrent list, the matter on which both the government can make the law will come. Sir, contains the matter on which Parliament has the power to make law. Contains the matter on which state government has the power to make law. Contains the matter on which both central government and state government has the power to make law. Now, for example, under union list, central excise duty power is given under union list. Central excise duty can be levied only by central government, means union list. Sales tax on goods, which was earlier. Now sales tax has been removed. Only few products sales tax is there, like petroleum, liquor and petroleum product. So who has the power? State has the power. Okay, sir. Now, beta, as you can see, in the above, you can see that there is no such article in which the GST power is there. Because union list covers only union matter, state list cover state matter, concurrent list cover those matter on which both the government will make the law. But GST is a law under which central government will also make the law, state government will also make the law, and both has to be aligned, both has to be same. Suppose state government are making different GST laws, central government is making different GST laws, so it will not work, because one nation, one tax. Therefore, a new article came. Now what we are going to study? We are going to study all those amendments which were required to come in order to make GST effective, in order to bring the GST law, in order to bring the GST law, which all amendments were necessary. Those amendments we are going to study now. Ready? Chaliye. Now, which Constitution Amendment Act brings the GST, brings the changes? As I already told you while we were reading the journey of the GST, I told you that Constitution 101st Amendment Act 2016, it was brought into the parliament, it was passed by the parliament to make the changes for the GST. So understood the Constitution 101st Amendment. Now a new article 246A introduced. Means for the GST, new article was introduced in the Constitution. New article was introduced in the Constitution. What this article says? Power to make law with respect to GST on interstate trade or commerce, intra-state trade or commerce. Sir, according to this new article 246A, the power of the GST was given to parliament as well as state. How? Government said on interstate trade or commerce, means where state is changing from Rajasthan to Delhi. If seller is from Rajasthan and buyer is from Delhi, it will be called as interstate, between state. So on interstate trade or commerce, who will make the law? Central government. On intra-state means Rajasthan to Rajasthan, means seller is from Rajasthan and buyer is from Rajasthan. You can write it if you want, and you have the book, you can write these things. You can write wherever you have space, okay, according to your will. Where buyer and seller are from same state, it is called intra-state. So on intra-state, who will make the law? Parliament plus state legislature. अच्छा sir, or interstate supply, मतलब between state supplies, only parliament will make the law. On intra means within state supply, both will make the law. Oh, and that is why a new article was needed, because earlier there was no article which can deal with it. Now a new article has come for GST, which is article number 246A. Okay. Now beta, there is an article 248. This article was amended. What is this article? Let's study. Now the articles are not much relevant for exam, but let's study the journey, because if we do not know the journey, then how can we expect कि we are the GST educators, right? We are the GST professionals. We should know the journey of GST as well, right? Now article 248 is amended. As per article 248, what was the article and what was the amendment we are going to study? Article 248 grants residuary power to the parliament to make laws including taxes on the matter not mentioned in concurrent list or state list. Means all those matters which were not covered under state list or concurrent list. Means all those matters which were not covered under these two. If any matter which is not covered under these two, then who will make the law? Parliament will make the law. Which article was saying this? Article 248. Now this article was amended, and article exclude the article 246A. Means now the article 248 was amended, and after amendment it was written that, what was written? It was written that central government do not have sole power to make the law on GST. Means even if the union list is, even if there is no entry in state list, there is no entry in concurrent list, still the central government, means the parliament, cannot make the law. The parliament cannot make the law. Understood? Understood this point? So earlier the parliament has the power to make the law if something is not mentioned in state list or concurrent list. Now the article was amended, and after amendment this now the government, the parliament does not have the power to make the law on GST. Only parliament does not have. Both they will. Now beta, similarly, Article 249 and Article 250 was also amended. Sir, shall I remember the article number? Not at all. I am just telling you the procedure, ki what all the government did. 1 second. Yes, bacha. So Article 249 and 250. Sir, need I remember the article number? No. Sir, why are you telling me these provisions? Because I want you to know that how the government did it, how the government fought for it, how the GST brought into India, how the GST brought into India, what all constitutional provisions needed to be amended in order to bring the GST into India. I am going to tell you all these points. Understood? Chaliye ji, let's move forward. Okay. Now beta, Article 249 and 250. Article 249 and 250 provides grants power to make the law on the matter listed in state list in the national interest or in case of emergency. Sir, according to these two articles, if there is any national emergency or if there is any national interest, then whatever the matter which are listed in state list, the parliament will have the power to make law. In short, if there is an emergency in India, then the state list will also become union list. All those matters which are listed in state list, all those matters which are listed in state list will also go under union list as per Article 249 and 250. Now, this article included Article 246A now. Means Article 246A is about GST na beta. Now the government has the power to make the law on the GST as well in case of national emergency or national interest. Suppose there is a war tomorrow with Pakistan. Because of war, now the government need more tax. So government want to increase the tax to 100%. Now in order to increase the tax to 100%, state government also required. Government has the power that they will exclude the state government, entire power will come to them in case of national emergency and interest. ठीक है बेटा, चलिए, you can read it if you want, you can read it. Understood? Chalo. Now there was an article in which central government was empowered to levy the tax on services. As I told you yesterday, earlier the central government had the power to levy the tax on services, which was called as service tax. Now because GST came into picture, this article was not needed. In order to remove those article, amendment came and this article omitted. Now after that, a new article 269A is inserted and 270 amended. Why, sir? Because see, as I told you, on interstate supply, interstate means seller is from Rajasthan, buyer is from Delhi. Parliament will make the law and parliament will charge IGST, integrated GST. Now beta, if the parliament will take the GST, means central government will take the GST, will the central government keep it with themselves? No. 50% they will keep, 50% they have to distribute to the state. In which ratio they will distribute? That was in which ratio, what timing and everything, proportionate ratio and everything. That was a matter of now central government, right? So that power was given to the government of India. Tax on interstate trade and commerce shall be collected by government of India. Yes, sir. on interstate, Government of India will collect the tax, shall be apportioned between the union and state in the manner provided by Parliament on the recommendation of the GST Council. GST Council we will study afterwards. Now, under the constitution, it is written that whatever GST collection the government will make, suppose, what I want to say, suppose total Rajasthan is the seller, Haryana is the buyer. Haryana is the buyer. Suppose total items sold by Rajasthan to Haryana is 280 crore. On this, suppose there is a 10% GST, although there is nothing like 10% in GST, but just to keep the calculation simple. There is total 28 crore GST. Now this 28 crore GST, who will take how much? That will be decided by Government of India on the recommendation of GST Council. That will be decided in the Parliament on the recommendation of GST Council. Okay, beta? Now, Article 271A gives the power to the Parliament to increase the rate of tax or duties. Now, the Parliament does not have the power to increase the GST rate. Means earlier the article gives the power to the central government, to the Parliament, to increase the rate of GST, increase the rate of taxes, sorry. But after GST, this power was taken away for GST. Means for GST, government do not have power to increase the rate. Which government? Central. Means Parliament do not have the power to increase the rate. Now Article 366. Under Article 366, there are some definition of GST, services, state, goods under this article. I have not written the definition because ultimately we are going to study this definition in GST again. Now beta, last amendment, second last amendment, Article 286. Article 286 is amended. What is Article 286 and how it is amended? Article restrain state from framing laws on sale or purchase of goods outside the state and or in the course of import or export. Sir, as per Article 286, state government cannot make law on which matter? On the matter of sale or purchase. Where? Outside the state. If there is a sale or purchase outside the state, then the state government cannot make any law. Also, if there is import or export, means outside the country, inside the country, the state government cannot make the law. Now beta, article has been amended to substitute the word supply for the word sale or purchase. Means instead of sale or purchase, now the article include the word supply. Understood? Goods or service or both for goods. Now for goods, the word is written goods or service or both. Now beta, read it again. Read the article again. What is the new article? New article says state restrains the state from framing law on supply of goods or service or both outside the state or in the course of import or export. Means now as per new article 286, amended article 286, the state government do not have the power to make law on supply of goods or service. Supply of goods or service or both outside the state or import export. Understood? So state government only have the power for within the state. Outside the state they cannot make any law. Now beta, last topic for today, which is your GST Council. Much awaited topic. Sir, if you are asleep, please wake up. This is the most important topic of this discussion, GST Council. If the question will come from this chapter, it will be only from GST Council. This is that important. So you can understand the importance level. Now beta, what is your GST Council? A new article is inserted, article number 279A. As per article 279A, a new council will be formed, which is your GST Council. Sir, why there is a need for GST Council? Let's understand that. Sir, what is GST Council? A group of member. जैसे कि you have 4 friends ना, so you all 5 is a group. Similarly, GST Council also a group of member. Understood? Now, why the GST Council is needed? Tell me one thing. Goods and Services Tax, GST. GST is the revenue of which government? Central, state, or both? Everybody will say both. Everybody will say both. Am I right? Everybody will say both. There is no one who will say the GST is revenue of central government. There is no one who will say GST is revenue of state government. Everybody will agree that the GST is revenue of both the government. Now, if the GST is revenue of both the government, can central government make the decisions? No. Can state government make the decision? No. Both has to make the decision. Now, there are 33 states and UTs and there are one central government, 34. Can they combine, make the law? Sir, not, sorry. Yes, 33 members are there. 28 plus 7. है ना? So can they combine make the law? Answer is yes. They have to come together. They have to come together to make the law, and that is called GST Council. Now, what is GST Council? President is empowered to constitute a joint forum of the center and state. Sir, President, who is empowered? President of India. President of India is empowered, has the power to make a joint forum of center and state. Center and state, a joint forum will be made by President of India. Okay, that will be known as GST Council. That forum will be called as GST Council. Now, President ने the first GST Council, means the GST Council, not first. The GST Council was constituted on 15th of September 2016. You should remember this date. 15th of September 2016. If you remember, we also discussed the same on the very first page. While we were studying the journey, we studied that the GST Council was formed. GST Council was formed in September 16. Now we know the exact date. What is the exact date? 15th of September 2016. On 15th of September 2016, President of India constituted GST Council. Now, who are the members under the GST Council? There are total 33 members in the GST Council. The first member is Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharamanji. You can write it. The first member is Union Finance Minister, means Nirmala Sitharamanji. The second member is Union Minister of State in charge of Revenue or Finance, means there is a Union Minister whose work is to look for the state finance. Union Minister whose work is state in charge of revenue or finance. So that Union Minister is the second member. First member is Nirmala Sitharamanji. The second member is Union in charge of the state revenue. The other members are ministers in charge of the finance or taxation or any other ministry nominated by each state government. So other members are ministers of state government. Those minister can be finance minister of state, taxation minister of state, or any other minister of state as nominated by the state government will be the member of this council. Now beta, this is one member, this is second member. This is one member, this is one member. Now there are 28 states in India and 3 union territory with legislation. So total there are 31 members from the state and UTs. So 31 plus 1 plus 1, 33. And the union minister will be chairman always, and vice chairman will be decided from state minister. The vice chairman will be elected in different meeting from state minister. Is that okay? So the chairman will always be finance minister Nirmala Sitharamanji. Vice chairman will be among the state ministers. Now, what is the work of GST Council? What is the work of GST Council? What is the work of GST Council? Sir, right now you may not be able to understand this entirely. Let me tell you first only. Right now you may not be able to understand this because you do not know the GST right now. But when you will study the GST in detail now, you will understand whatever the chapter we are studying. That is only the duty of the GST Council. Whatever the provisions we are going to study, those provisions are the duty of GST Council. Very simple, sir. So right now I am just reading it for you. But when we will be done with all the chapters and then you will read the same topic again in future, you will see कि all these things are whatever we studied. Sir, सबसे पहले, sir, the first thing that GST Council will do is will recommend which recommendation on which matter? On taxes, on cesses or surcharges which will be subsumed in GST. हाँ sir, we know central excise duty, entertainment tax, luxury tax, right? All those taxes will be subsumed. Subsumed means merge. Will be merged in GST. Who will recommend this? GST Council. GST Council will also recommend exempted goods or service. We will study that in chapter number 5. You can write chapter number 5. The GST Council will make a model GST law, means draft GST law, principles of levy, apportionment of GST on interstate supply of trade or commerce as per Article 269A, and principle that will govern the place of supply. Place of supply, chapter number 4. For place of supply, the chapter number is 4. Means the GST Council will make the GST law. We already know GST law is there. Who made it? GST Council made it. It will define the principle of levy, ki how the GST will be levy, and it will also define the apportionment of GST, ki which what amount of GST should go to the central government, what amount of GST should go to the state government in case of interstate, between state, between state. Now the fourth thing that the GST Council will do, threshold limit of turnover for exemption. The GST Council will decide what should be the threshold limit for exemption. The GST Council will decide the rate of GST. The GST Council will define the special rate for specified goods during any natural calamity and disaster. If there is any natural calamity or disaster, GST Council will decide what should be the GST rate. Special provision with respect to special category state. GST Council will also decide special provision for special category state. Now, what are the special category state? There are total 11 special category state, and you have to learn those states right now. You have to learn these states right now, no matter what. So, what are the special category states? These states will help you in entire GST chapter. So, the first, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, Nagaland. There is a mnemonic for it, MMTN. What is the mnemonic? MMTN. You have to learn this way only. No student will learn any other way. Only this way, which I am talking about. Why, sir? Because my entire book is designed according to this mnemonic. So, what is the mnemonic? MMTN. MMTN. Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, Nagaland. Understood? Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, Nagaland. Second mnemonic is Masu. Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim, Uttarakhand. Masu. Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim, Uttarakhand. And the last one is Hajj. Himachal Pradesh, Assam, Jammu and Kashmir. Himachal Pradesh, Assam, Jammu and Kashmir. Now let's see this on the India map. Let's see this on the Indian map. Show special category states on a map. Special category states under GST on a map. Sir, these are the special category states. You can see this picture. So these are the special category states. Can you see? Sir, what are the special category states? If you can see, all these states are those states wherein there are less number of sellers. There is less business. Sir, as you can see, Jammu and Kashmir, then Himachal Pradesh, then Uttarakhand, then Sikkim, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, Tripura, Meghalaya, Mizoram. Sir, this chart, this map you have to remember in your eyes. If you want, you can download this map and print it. If you want, you Google it, and whatever the map that finds you, you find it good, you can download it and print it. Sir, this is the map. Under this map, you can see this area and this area. These are special category states. Okay, beta? Sir, why special category state? What are the special category state? Why these states are special category? All things will be cleared in the coming chapters of GST. Right now, you only need to learn that there are special category of state, and in case of special category of state, the GST Council will make special laws. Special laws. What are the special category of state? MMTN, Masu, Hajj. MMTN, Masu, Hajj. Any other matter at the GST Council may decide. Now, GST Council has the power to make the 5 petroleum product under GST from the recommended date on which GST will be levied. As I already told you, 5 petroleum product and at future date GST might come. Now, the quorum of the council, how much should be the quorum? It should be 1/2. Means out of total member are 33. Out of 33 member, at least 17 members should be present. If 17 members are not present, we will not the government cannot start the GST Council. If there is any meeting, 17 members present is must. Okay, beta? Now, when the resolution will be passed in GST Council meeting, means what shall be the, you can say, quorum, what shall be the vote in order to pass the resolution. As you already studied in the law, special resolution 75%, ordinary resolution 51%. Similarly, there is a resolution under GST Council also, and under GST Council 75% voting should be in favor. If 75% vote means 3/4 vote are in favor, then only the decision will be passed, otherwise decision will not be passed. So 3/4 of what? Member present. Suppose there are total 20 members present. Out of 20, 3/4 means 15 members should say yes. If the 15 members will say yes, then only the decision will be passed, otherwise not. Although this example is wrong, I will tell you why this is wrong. So 75% weighted average vote, weighted vote should be there. Now what do you mean by weighted vote? Sir, what do you mean by weighted vote? Weighted vote means in case of central government, it is 1/3. Means Nirmala ji, if Nirmala ji will cast the vote, if Nirmala ji will say yes, it will be 1/3 automatically. If Nirmala ji will say yes, it will be 1/3 automatically. 33%. 33% voting power is with Nirmala Sitharaman ji. 33% voting power is with Nirmala Sitharaman ji. Understood? 33%, 1/3. If Nirmala ji will say yes, 1/3 will be automatically in favor. Only one vote has the 1/3 power. Understood? Now all the combined, all state government will have 2/3 power. Means 1/3 power with central government and 2/3 power with all the state government combined. Understood? Now there is one example. This example is very important. No teacher will teach you this example, and I think ICI can ask this question. This example is based on my understanding of the law. This is not the ICI example. What is the example? Suppose there are total 24 states present. 18 states cast vote in favor. So 24 states are there. 18 states says yes. if 18 state will say yes, so what will be the voting percentage of yes? It will be 18 divided by 24. Out of 24, if 18% will say yes, it will be 18 by 24, but they only have 2/3 of the power. So we will multiply that by 2/3. So it will be 50%. Now if center government will also say yes, means Nirmala ji also says yes, when the Nirmala ji will say yes, it will be automatically 33.33%. So total will be 83% and it will pass. What if, sir, all the state government say yes? All the state government means if 24 states are present, all the state government say yes. All the state government says yes. All the state government says yes. If all the state government says yes, it will be 66%. And central government says no. Means Nirmala ji says no, I do not agree. Can this be passed? If Nirmala ji says no, the total percentage will be 66.67 only, and minimum percentage required for favor required to pass the resolution is 75%. So can I say without yes of Nirmala ji, no decision can be passed? Oh my God! Sir, you want to say कि without yes of Nirmala ji, if finance minister is not in favor, no decision can be passed, because finance minister has 33% power, and if 33% power is against, no decision can be passed. Now the last topic, at least 2/3. Now the last topic is Article 368 amendment. At least 2/3 of the power is needed in order to amend the GST Council article. The GST Council article is Article 279A. In order to amend Article 279A, at least 2/3 majority is needed. Means if there are total 400 members in parliament present, at least 2/3 member will say yes, then only the article of constitution will be amended. Otherwise, the article of the article of GST Council cannot be amended. What if, sir, only BJP leaders are present? This is the parliament, and in this parliament, suppose only BJP leaders are present. Suppose only BJP leaders are present. So BJP leaders will pass the law. 2/3 आराम से हो जाएंगे. In that case, the government said, whosoever will not be present, at least half of them shall ratify. Ratify means whosoever is not present, at least half of them will say yes. Then only the article of GST Council can be amended. Means whosoever will be present in the parliament, at least 2/3 will say yes. And whosoever is not present in the parliament, from those, at least 50% will say yes. Oh my God! Means whosoever is present in the parliament, 2/3. Whosoever is not present in the parliament on that day, half. Then only the article of GST Council can be amended. Otherwise, article of GST Council, Article 279A, cannot be amended. That's it. All the questions are your homework, because this chapter is not about homework. This chapter is only about basics of GST. From tomorrow, you will learn about the supply and you will enjoy the lecture. I hope you love this lecture. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, and also if you want to enroll, the link is in description. Do enroll for our batches. Thank you very much. Me, your friend, Akash Bansal, signing off for today. See you in the another lecture. Thank you. Bye-bye.